Alcohol today is a drug that is often abused and is making America a rotten place to be. People should know the different effects of a drug that's as sinister as alcohol can be when improperly consumed. In many other countries, alcohol is not taken very seriously for many reasons, such as the fact that many countries don't have a steady supply of fresh, clean water, so they drink beer even as children that are underage. But the truth about alcohol is that it's a drug that shouldn't be used because of the fact that it's addictive, depressing, and dangerous. The drug commonly referred to as alcohol should not be taken lightly, for it's extremely addictive. An article from 2009 describes alcoholism as being characterized by impaired control over drinking, preoccupation with the drug alcohol, use of alcohol despite adverse consequences, and distortions in thinking, most notably denial. This statement is basically saying that people become addicted to alcohol, lose their control to stop themselves from drinking, even when they know they're hurting themselves. Because drinking is so common in our society, a lot of people don't realize how bad it is. They think it's just something that you can go out and do. But the fact is they're hurting themselves. Some people find it hard to admit to themselves that they're an addict. They say things like, "I only drink on the weekends," and that's a common statement for addicts. Some addicts make excuses like saying to themselves that they're only going to drink beer or wine, when the truth is that because they aren't drinking strong drinks, they just drink more of the beer or wine to get the same result. The addiction of alcohol can also play a major role in your health. For example, in an article titled "Alcoholism," one expert says, alcohol can reduce the production of the sex hormone testosterone in males, resulting in impotence and testicular atrophy. People that are addicted to this drug often find themselves malnourished. This is because alcohol has a lot of calories but no nutritional value, making people feel falsely satisfied. Addiction is just one of the many problems with alcohol. It's also a drug that often tends to put people into a depressed state. Becoming dependent on booze can lead a person to become severely depressed. Some people think that drinking is a good way to treat depression, but what they don't know is that it actually does the exact opposite. Researchers from New Zealand found out after a 25-year-long study that many of the people they were studying became depressed after they started to become heavy drinkers. People that are already depressed also risk making it worse by going to drinking to solve their problems. Professor David M. Ferguson wrote an article on this topic where he said, "Alcohol abuse or dependence increased risk of developing major depression rather than the other way around." Depression that is acquired by drugs such as alcohol is very hard to deal with and often leads to a person ruining their own life. These people find it hard to hold a job and make good, sober decisions. The worst part of alcohol is not the depression though, it's the fact that it can cause life-threatening dangers. Alcohol is also considered to be one of the most dangerous drugs in the world today. It results in thousands of deaths of innocent people each year, and it's commonly seen in situations involving violent crimes and domestic violence. Alcohol takes away the ability for a person to think clearly before they act. Laura Goldnor was quoted in an article saying that her children were always very responsible until her 19-year-old made the mistake of drinking and driving, where he died. Drinking is also very dangerous for other reasons because it's easy for minors to get and use stupidly. In an article, it talks about minors being able to get booze very easily, where they would then use it unwisely to drink and drive. Parents need to make sure that they teach their children at a young age about the dangers of alcohol and what it can do to them. James A. Marple said that his parents taught him to drink in moderation and in a setting that would never endanger others. If this method was used to teach people more often, then there would be a lot more young lives that are saved. There are many signs of a common alcoholic. Some of the signs that should be known for common alcoholics are slurred speech, dizziness, clumsiness, or unsteadiness while intoxicated. Blackouts when you drink are also very common. That's where you pass out from drinking too much. A lot of alcoholics are also underweight because of the fact that they drink and it makes them feel satisfied when they actually aren't getting the proper nutrition that they need. A lot of alcoholics have unexplained sore and upset stomachs also. Other common signs of alcoholics are redness in the face or cheeks, and numbness or tingling in the hands and feet. Drugs, as alcohol, are something to be wary of because of their known side effects. These kinds of things don't help anyone get anywhere and are basically useless. To make America a better place to live, people need to be responsible drinkers or not drink at all. I can tell you from my own experience with alcohol that there are many consequences. I received a minor and almost got a DUI. There are very bad punishments for this because I cannot drive and I have to have my friends pick me up to get from point A to point B. Every day from school I need to get a ride from someone. I can't drive myself to practice. I also had to go to an alcohol class, which is very expensive and it takes a lot of your own time. They could have gave me community service, but they chose not to. They were being lenient on me. And there are many other consequences that people can face, such as fines and other things.